All right, so here we have the poem again. If you have not understood the idea of the poem, let me just give you a brief, just a summary of the poem that we have. It is the poet is reminded of his past, his boyhood when he visited the peaceful lake Isle of Innisfree. He wants to go there and says that he will live there all his life all alone. He just wants to build a small cabin with clay and wattles. He would grow beans and get a honeybee hive for honey to survive on. Thereafter, what the poet does that he describes a lake, which you can see in stanza number second. That is how he describes this thing. The poet describes the peaceful, natural surroundings of the Lake Isle of Innisfree. He says that the scenes of cloudy mornings, the purplish noon, and the sky, which is all glimmer of and the glittering stars. So he feels relaxed to hear the pleasant sound of the cricket song. And then in stanza number 3, the poet feels the urgency to go to the Lake Isle of Innisfree at once. And in the depth of his heart, he can hear the sound of the lake waters hitting the shore. It is as if the lake is calling him. He hears the sound everywhere, either on the crowded roads or the grey colored pavements of the city in which he lives. So this indicates that he wants to escape from the hustle and bustle of the city life, and he wants to lead a peaceful life at Innisfree. Okay, now let's move on to thinking about the poem section. Now, in the thinking about the poem section, let's see the first question. What kind of place is Innisfree? Think about it. Now, we have got 3 parts over here. The 3 things the poet wants to do when he goes back there, that is stanza 1. So, the 3 things that the poet wants to do when he goes to Innisfree are as follows, like he wants to build a small cabin with clay and wattles, he wants to plant 9 rows of beans, he wants to keep a beehive alive, all right. Then when he hears and sees what he hears and sees there and its effect on him in stanza 2. So the poet sees the cloudy morning which looks like a wheel. He hears the song of the cricket, he sees the linnet bird flying in the evening sky, the shimmering stars in the night sky, and the purplish glow of the afternoon sun. So all these give him a kind of peaceful feeling. Then the third is that what he hears in his heart's core, even when he is far away from Innisfree, which is in stanza number 3. That is, even when the poet is far away from Innisfree, he hears the sound of the lake water hitting the shore in the depth of his heart. Now, let's come to question number 2. That is, by now you may have concluded that Innisfree is a simple natural place full of beauty and peace. How does the poet contrast it with where he now stands? For this, we have to read stanza number 3. Now, as I told you that the poet describes the Lake Isle of Innisfree as a place full of, abundance of nature or bounties of nature. He sees the cloudy sky, the shimmering stars in the night sky, the purplish glow of the afternoon sun, and the linnet bird flying the evening sky, the sound of the cricket pleasing him. And on the other hand, he wherever he stands, that is an urban place which is devoid of all the beauties of nature. So he says that there are roadways and grey colored pavements around him. So there's a kind of a contrast that we see. Next is, do you think Innisfree is only a place or a state of mind? Does the poet actually miss the place of his boyhood days? As I told you that Innisfree is not at all an imaginary place. It is a place which exists, but it is uninhabited. So Now, as I told you, W.B. Yeats or William used to visit Innisfree in his boyhood days. As he lives in the city now, he expresses a desire to go to nature or to a peaceful surrounding. So this shows his state of mind. Um, Obviously, he misses Innisfree a lot when he says that the sound of water transport him. That is the sound of water of the that is the lake water hitting the shore. When he remembers that sound in his mind or in his heart, he just gets transported to the Lake Isle of Innisfree, which is imaginary. I mean, he is imagining that he is getting transported to Lake Isle of Innisfree. He starts having the vision of the Lake Isle of Innisfree. So that particular thing just echoes in his heart. That is all the past memories, the sweet memories of the childhood, everything echoes in his heart. Now, let's have the next set of questions. So look at the words the poet uses to describe what he sees and hears at Innisfree. Now, the bee loud glade is obviously the buzzing. He imagines the bees buzzing around. Then, evenings full of the linnet's wings. That is the image of the linnets flying across the evening sky. Then, the lake water lapping with low sounds. That is, it just creates the image of the sound of lake water striking against the shore of the lake. Now, these are the pictures that get created in our mind. Now, let's see the next question. Look at these words. Peace comes dropping slow, dropping from the wheels of the morning to where the cricket sings. What do these words mean to you? What do you think comes dropping slow from the wheels of the morning? What does to where the cricket sing mean? So these lines indicate that the feeling of being at peace that seeps in slowly and gradually. As one sees the cloudy morning which is followed by the pleasant song of the cricket, the poet gains the peace of mind. So these vibrant sound and scenes of nature bring a feeling of peacefulness and tranquility which is experienced by the poet. So these were the questions that is thinking about the poem section from the Lake Isle of Innisfree. Now you have to write down these in your notebook as well as the extra questions that I'll be giving to you. And whatever task I gave you regarding the previous unit, I think it was unit number 4, please complete that speaking activity and show me. Okay, is going to go for your speaking assessment. So do the things very, very carefully and seriously. And next time I'll be doing one more lesson from supplementary reader, the next one, and thereafter I'll be doing some grammar things with you. Okay, so please do take care of yourself and complete all your assignments in the weekend. Bye.